The AM Club. Welcome back to the AM Club. I hope you enjoyed that song. We're still celebrating Ghana Month. So as you can see, we are really representing Ghana. And my ahema is from Aseye.
Artistry.
Aseye artistry.
Omo zoom
Yes.
Zoom
into my ahema. Very beautiful stuff right there.
That's right. Correct. We're still celebrating Ghana Month. And this is made in Ghana.
It is made in Ghana.
It's made in Ghana. Hey, wait, is that Adinga? Yeah. Debbie, you're changing Adinga.
It is Adinga.
Hey! And yeah, I say good show. Yeah.
Anyway, if you're just joining us, we're moving straight into Lifestyle Daily. And today we're having a big conversation.
Yes. When to know it is over.
Yes.
When to know
it is over.
It is over.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. What do we have inside the studio?
We do have Counselor Mishe. I miss you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're talking and I was telling Jay earlier that for men, it was, it's almost as if it's very clear to them, even when that is not a signal we're giving, if they don't feel accepted in a room or don't feel like it is, you know, it's a receptive room or it's too hostile for them, they will move. But for women, I feel this conversation is big for women because we hold on for too long. We do that. So I'm not going to just jump the gun and start the conversation, but let's get into it. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you too.
It's good to have you. You're still repping Ghana Month. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What are the common signs? Let's start from there. When to know it's over. What are the very common signs that you have come across?
Thank you so much. We want to say hi to all our lovers watching us live here. In fact, when to know it's over simply means it's over. O-V-E-R. Just know that it is over. The moment you have a thought of it, or the moment you come to something, an agreement with the fact that no, things are not going as expected, then know that it is actually over. Now, what are some of the things? All of a sudden, practically, he's not calling to check up if you've eaten. He used to do that. He used to be on your nerves. Have you eaten? Oh, baby, you need to eat. You need to, take fruit as well.
Eat for me.
You know that thing. All of a sudden, he has stopped. And then there's no connection. So what will even want you to hear his voice is not there. Practically, when he calls you, it's piercing. You know that thing. It's like whatever he's coming to say at this moment, you don't want to hear it. These are the practical things that we want to look at. The next thing, you meet him and there's nothing to vibe about. No conversation on the table. So you've gone to him and you can't even tell him what went on at your workplace. There's halt in communication. These are the practical things. So we're not going to scriptures and talk long. But ideally, you are with him and you don't trust that when you tell him something, he will even believe. So you don't want to continue the conversation. For instance, whatever you did last night, initially, you would gist him. So there's a moment where you will tell him what your daddy did, what your mom did, what your friends in the office did. All of a sudden, you meet him and you don't feel like telling him your personal things.
Hey.
Things personally, you don't want him to know. Then you should know that, no.
It's done.
It's
not ended. So for again, let me because of course I'm a female, I only know about us. So for sometimes there are times in the month that I just, you know, I'm there. I'm probably is ovulation or I'm in it, and so my mood is not mooding, and I don't feel like talking much because again you said something that has actually triggered this conversation. There was a time in my ex and I's life that sometimes I just don't want to say anything. I have so much on my mind, but I don't want to talk. And it made him feel like you have mood swings. But it was just that time of the month. Sometimes it's pain. Sometimes I'm already uncomfortable when I just don't want to talk. Is that signs of?
Yeah, so psychologically, we have what we call consummate love.
Okay.
Everything about it. We want to talk about three things: intimacy, commitment, and passion. Even if you don't want to talk, one of these three keys must hold the relationship.
Right.
So for instance, you don't want to talk, but the passion of you being with him alone is enough. You putting your head on him is enough. You don't want to talk. You don't feel like eating. Everything about you is moody, you know. But the commitment you have with him still exists. The commitment still, you want to still, baby, are you okay? Okay, we'll talk back. The commitment still exists. The moment there is some gap, they know that, hey, it's OVER. And for women, because we are emotional, you can imagine what we go through. Then you'll be thinking, is there another woman? What is it that he doesn't like about me? Is it so if there's sexual intimacy, you are like, is it that I'm not satisfying him? You'll be thinking too much. The moment you get to that state, please, you need to talk to a counselor.
No, there was actually something that I was told this week that I found very disheartening, because I'm one person that is for, if it's not working, go. I mean, you're not going to kill yourself. If this is what God wants for you. Sometimes also in relationships, when you break off, like when you give yourself a break, that's when you know whether you can live without the person, or your life is tied to them. Sure. So there's a lady who's going through a phase. She thinks her husband is cheating on her with her friend. Now her friends started giving her attitude, so they are not friends anymore. Okay. And they didn't have a major fight. But she's in fact, she's been told severally that the friend is sleeping with her husband. So she's like finding ways. The first time she heard it, she went to the girl's house, went to look for fights, and they didn't have a conversation. So they didn't resolve anything. She didn't even hear from the girl whether, hey, I'm sleeping with your husband, so what? You know, she didn't get that. It was a fight she took. Now she's on a quest to find real evidence that the husband and the friend are standing together. The husband is going to the friend's house or something like that to give herself a rest. Okay. What would you say about something like that? And is it a sign of it's over and the woman should move on? What would you say about something issue like that?
So she's married, right?
Yes.
She's a wife.
Yes.
What do you want to find out from? What do you want to know? So even if you go and meet them in bed, and so it's two things. Either you pick your man, clean him up, and move on, or you go to the courts. And currently, I'm tired of pampering people not to divorce. Enough of that.
Yeah.
So the Bible has its own things, the Quran, whatever. But we are tired of pampering people. If you think you cannot move on, find somewhere and go and rest. Because look, I would want to protect my marriage with every fiber in me. That is me. I'm an activist. Even if I go meet my husband, come on, I'll prepare a nice dish for the lady to eat, give her transportation for her to go, and clean my marriage up and continue. Why? Because I want to maintain that for better, for best. So it's up to you to want to polish your marriage or leave. Why would I want to trace one lady around because she's sleeping with my husband? And so what? It's two things here. I can also decide to sleep with someone else. So it's a choice you make in marriage, actually, that want to keep you going. It's the choice you want to make. Whether I'm cheating or I'm not cheating, it's your decision. And whether he cheats on me, I cheat on him, we are moving. It's our decision. Yeah. And come on, a lot of things are happening in relationships. And so if you are not able to tackle some aspects in a relationship, you go and meet it in the marriage where you cannot do anything about it. Especially when a lot of people came, it was a church wedding and all that. Look at your gown, how splendid it was. Now you want to leave? Leave for who to come and continue? We are in this together. And that is the idea. And so you want to be sure that sometimes in a relationship, it's ending, then they take it to the altar.
Okay.
It's ending in the relationship. Yeah. They take it to the altar thinking it will be better when they marry. Yesterday, I just had a case where I'm an event coordinator as well. So I met a couple. I was like, do you know yourself too much, too well to marry? They're like, oh, yes. Then the gentleman told me that even as they are planning and we are sitting, both of them are not talking.
I've met them.
And they've not been talking for 2 days.
Yeah, I've met them before.
Yet I'm going to coordinate
Yeah, I've met them before.
And I'm like, are you okay?
What are you going to do?
So is it necessarily for the showmanship? Is it just about or the fear of being ridiculed? Because we've been together for this time and everybody, even our family they know each other. And some people also feel like, or probably maybe there's a child involved, then that one becomes, oh yeah, definitely we need to marry.
Okay, so some people believe when we marry, things can work out for us. Some people believe the moment we come together, there is no way he will leave me for another woman. And so I believe takes us into hell. But we are also forgetting that we are dealing with human nature, human being. He would, our attitudes will escalate as the day is passing by. So it takes a woman or a man with a lot of maturity to want to remain in a marriage, even in a relationship. So he did this, but I'm like, I'll overlook it. And I know tomorrow it will be better.
I think I'll be that kind of wife.
And that is who I am too.
I think I'll be. Sometimes I look at him
all
like,
the nonsense in the home, I'm like, no, I'll continue. Because I have met people who have cut their 30 years anniversary cake. Are they supernaturals?
No.
No. So we would just be overlooking. So when I talk about compromise, people are like, can you compromise a lot of things? When people are doing crazy things and you want to compromise, I'm like, look, your decision to move on would even want the man to change for you. So we don't push them to change. You don't push your wife to change. And you are too dirty in the kitchen, do this. You need to constantly fit in the gap for the person. If not, you will crash. And look, those of us saying we are activists, it's not that we have perfect marriages. Our partners are also nonsense people like us. We are also nonsense like them. But it takes two matured minds to know that, no, we don't have to sleep over fights. You wake up and you're like, look, you're a better man. I don't think I'll meet somebody like you. You're a better woman. Because all the women are actually crazy. No, that's the truth.
let's touch on a bit on the communication bit. So someone would say that if you're not feeling me anymore, tell me, let me know. Someone will also say that there are non-verbal communications. You should see the indicators, and that should help you make that decision. What would you recommend?
If the vibe is not there, move out. If the vibe is not there, move out. Don't marry.
Now, let me hold you to something you said before you continue. You said that we are all nonsense people. I mean, not that we are nonsense, but I mean, there's craziness going on with all of us. We're all not perfect. Let me use that word. We're all not perfect. So if you're leaving someone because they're showing you an imperfection, shouldn't it be a way for you to help them be the type of person that you want them to be, or you just move out because you're saying we should leave?
Communication is it's so different from any other factors in marriage. In a relationship, when I don't want to talk, I can't talk. I won't talk. You don't marry me because when you marry me, I won't talk. I can't talk. You understand? It's about talking. The more I talk to you, the more I know what you like. The more I know what you don't like. If we are not talking, how do we even make this thing work? So after everything, there's a baby. How would I know you can talk to the baby? I can also talk. In fact, there's no talking, communication. So throughout the day, you don't tell me what's up with you. Nothing. And all that I know is weekends we are meeting. Maybe one Saturday we are meeting, and that is it. So communication is the constant thing that brings the two of you together. Talking. So let's say talking. If I'm a melancholy, or let's say a phlegmatic, we are somewhere, quiet and all that, and someone is a sanguine who wants to talk all the time talking, and you think you can't cope with my talking, you better move out of the relationship because I'll talk forever.
Yes.
When I come to the reception, I'll greet. The next thing you see me is I am starting a conversation because I'm a sanguine. I move to the next person, and you think your temperament will not match mine. That is why we have compatibility tests, and we are begging people. You need to read. You need to know who your partner is. So he's a phlegmatic. He's actually always backwards. You are a sanguine. Look, they have their weakness and their strength. What is it that is catchy for you with that person's strength? Build it up. And of course, maybe in the bedroom, that phlegmatic, they are passionate. They are very sweet in bed. So you want to use that strength to get the person going, and you'll be fine. But you can't tell me you talk too much and I don't talk, so bye. Then bye.
Okay, you just touched on the vibe part, and you said if there's no vibe, then you just have to move on. I want us to break down what vibe are we looking out for here in that statement.
Okay.
What's the vibe itself?
So the vibe is we have something we are doing.
Okay.
The next thing is we want to look at marriage.
Okay.
Let's say we are a year in a relationship. What's the next vibe? So what's your vision from here? Probably you're a journalist. What do you want to do in the next 2 years? We are now thinking and talking future. That is the vibe.
Okay.
We want to marry. We are thinking and talking future.
Okay.
If by now, in a year in a relationship, you don't know what your partner is up to, then you are missing it.
Now I beg, so today I feel like there's a different there are two different instances in my head. So let me just let you know so that if you can help us with an answer. There has been a situation that I've seen the young lady very in love with this man, but the initial stages, the man wasn't looking at her. She never stopped fighting. She never stopped contributing into the man's life. And I mean, there are people around her that would say that, Ade, Sebi, what Jimiana? Ade, guy no pay. All indicators show say, guy, he doesn't want to know. He's more interested in these kind of women. And so why are you worrying yourself? And again, I'll say that it's also a personal experience. So you're doing all of these things. Then the gentleman at some point did show that okay, I appreciate this thing that you do for me, but all of these other things I could not be bothered. And it was constant. Fast forward 2024, they are married, and it's a beautiful marriage. So at what point do you leave? And if it is a futuristic conversation, how do you leave? How do you know there's no future with this?
Okay. I get you.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
so with this kind of marriage,
yes,
the man appreciates the lady's commitment.
yes,
But look, enter into the bedroom. It will surprise you that there's no intimacy, there's no passion.
oh,
The truth being told, I'm here. Look, it's not okay for a woman to love a man. It's
More.
not okay. More. It's not okay.
because the Bible says that women
not
should
okay.
respect.
We should even chase you.
It's not okay. So you can't
a
be
chase.
killing yourself as a woman for a man, thinking he would also see that and start dying for you. It's not okay. The equation doesn't tally. So all we are saying is that just know that if the intimacy is there, the passion is there, the commitment is there, you are good to go. Even if you get 50% of these three, you are good to go. But where he thinks that the girl cares about what I wear, how I look, so I can marry her. And the other aspect of the woman, he doesn't care. Please, don't marry him. Don't.
Okay. All right. So here's the case where the signs are there. They're coming in, I mean, red flags, as somebody would say. You realize that this is a no-go area. How best, let's take it from the relationship point of view. As for marriage, you've already explained. It's either you polish the person up and then you move forward, or you just go straight to the court. But let's stick on relationship because marriage is two ways. Relationship-wise, how best do you approach telling the person it's over? Because then again, people have said it's over and it's turned into something else. It's either the person is a stalker and then the person is like, where the opwa, and you're over, you get it, and it becomes a problem. So how best do you treat that so that at least everybody goes in their separate ways in a very fine way?
Okay, so it's over. First and foremost, I would ask that what is it that I'm doing that you think it should be over? So let's write those things on a paper.
So you are for the closure bit.
I mean, let's be realistic. Let's sit and talk. One, I think that you used to talk to me about your business. Now you don't tell me anything about your business. So this is one factor. Two, you used to tell me the number of friends you're having. Now I don't know about your friends. Three, all your investments, we used to discuss it. Now I don't know. Oh, really? Okay, then I'll better myself. Give yourself a month to work whatever it is. If it is not workable, definitely I believe that some way, somehow, we have people that watches our back. You have somebody you can confide in who may know better than you in a relationship. Why don't you go to that person? And then the person will say that, no, Oba, the way you are moving, the guy actually loves you, but you think you want everything in one man, which you will not get. So sometimes we think it is over because of what we feel. We think it is over because we are not getting all that we want in a man. But it doesn't work that way. So we sit, we talk about it, we give ourselves a month or two to see whether it's true that this thing is over. then we can call a spade a spade.
So you can actually say, listen, a month ago I called you in this boardroom and we talked about...
It's about talking.
This, and I needed you to change for me. I know a month might be short, but I would have loved to see effort.
Exactly.
But I don't see the effort, so I'm sorry, it's over. We can
It's
do
over.
that.
We can.
Is it not insensitive?
No, look, we need to sometimes wash our faces from that sleep, from the alcohol, and sit and talk. Talk about it. The things I like, the things you don't like, let's talk about it. If we don't talk now, can we talk in marriage? For instance, this morning I was having a conversation with my husband about how much I spent yesterday. He told me his. And then, okay, Obian Faleka. And we agreed. You get it? So if we don't talk about such things, you will think that, no, I am investing too much in the marriage. You are not. But if you see what I am doing, you see what you are also doing, we talk about it. So for communication, the moment it starts ceasing, and some personal things about the woman, I mean, we get cases where all of a sudden, she's not telling you a lot of things. She's not. All of a sudden, she's the quiet, innocent girl in a relationship. You cannot continue that thing. She will forever hide things. She will forever keep secrets from you, and you won't enjoy her.
Now, how can you differentiate between a normal, because I gave an instance where it's normal for a female at some point in a month to get a bit moody. How can you differentiate between a normal relationship, behavioral pattern from a toxic behavior that could lead to?
So when we are dating, as a lady, I may not want you to even know when I'm in my other, you know, because, you know, sometimes some of the guys don't like
overreact.
it.
They will be hugging you right now.
Exactly.
If you tell them like, I said, when you were hugging me, what
So
happened to
as
you?
a matured lady in a relationship, you cannot use that as an excuse. You cannot say because I have moved to this level, I have to show attitudes for the gentleman to also ask, hey, I'm sure you have. I mean, you can't do that. You can't do that. So in your moodiness, try so hard to keep it to yourself. But work on your relationship. Look, the little gap you give, another lady is there to occupy. So psychologically, mentally, spiritually, you cannot say because you are sorry in your menstrual whatever or blood, you cannot flow. Who does that? Where can we hear this story? Moody. Forget about moody. Look, so we have the mood swings. All of a sudden, you don't feel like. But for your relationship, you can't put the man on hold because you are moody. Come on. And men don't actually do that. We, the ladies, want to always be in the moody aspect, and then they are pampering us.
Talking about that, if men don't do that, then immediately a man begins to have mood swings, then he has lost interest, isn't it?
He's lost.
Yeah.
He's lost it totally. It means that, look, there's something about you he's no more like him. Sit him down. If you don't even want to know from him, you have brothers. I mean, I started picking up some married men as friends because I want to know a lot about married men. So you can do that. Do your own research. For all you know, you may not know that this very dressing, he doesn't like it. And that is what you always want to appear in. Before he comes, you are in that. He doesn't like it. Because if we work on, for the relationship, we keep working on ourselves. You, the better you for him. The better him for you. So that it won't have to be that, oh, and all of a sudden you are punishing him with what he doesn't even want. It becomes a punishment. You think you are in love, but you're actually punishing him. So he will also change. When he changes, he
That's
goes.
it. Okay, let's talk about influence. I've realized that a lot of relationships have died down, or they call it quit or over, just because of influence. It might be through family, or it might be through friends. In fact, these two Fs, it's either family or it's friends. So, and then again, you realize that they've made a mistake just because, this one said, oh, this one, yeah, it's over. Don't even get into it. You didn't even see the signs. You didn't get into it. It's just because you're thinking that this person says, oh, it is over. How do you deal with influence with regards to this?
Okay. If not on this set, I have said it before that every human being needs what we call value. You need to have a value. You need to know what you want, what you don't want. You need to be firm on certain decisions. It's about you. When they are not there, you will be crying. So it's about what you can say that this is me, princess. This is what I am known for. Look, we have married without our father's consent before. I saw that I saw a storyline on one of your, that the father doesn't want the girl to marry. What should I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to make some crazy decisions for crying out loud. And I'm marrying him whether you like it or not. So you marry him. What is influence? Forget them. If only you are very sure that, no, this guy is caring. He doesn't have that wealth. But look, he's there to cover me up. And definitely we'll get that money we want. So that is like, what does he do? I don't want a teacher for you. But you know what is in that gentleman or what is in that lady. Look, go for it. So I'm a living testimony of somebody who married without my father's consent. And I married. So when I saw that right up, I was like, I should have been on this set.
Yeah.
I married. Thank God I got his brothers and my mother and everybody saying like, oh, this gentleman, he can be something.
Was your mother-in-law also okay?
You must be okay. So sometimes we have to prove stubborn when it comes to the matters of the heart. Because if you don't take care, people will keep influencing you. People will keep influencing. They will now create a picture in your mind, which that isn't the person you are looking at. So sometimes you need to just be sure of the person. So I keep telling people, have 10 things you want to see in a gentleman. Write it down. Write it down. If you get 8, it's okay. The 2 God will add.
Yesterday, again, I was having a conversation with someone. Oh, yesterday was such a busy day. I was having a conversation with someone. He was like, Mimi, I need you to get married. But I want you to look out for these 3 things in a man. And these are realistic things. He's a man of God. And when he said them, I think maybe I would have disagreed with the third.
Okay.
I hope I remember one of it. He said, a man, not a boy, a man who is fit for marriage has a big heart, has a big pocket. And the third one was, oops, I knew I was going to forget this one. But he said something about, is wise. Okay. Is wise. Yes. And his wisdom is, his definition for the wisdom is, he knows when not to move. And even if he wasn't a perfect man, like, he's a cheater or whatever, he knows when not to bring it around his home. Yeah. That's a wise man. It's like, if this man has 3 things, these things, and how you will know he's wise, because he won't come and show you in a relationship that he's a cheat. He makes sure he protects you in public. So he's a protector and he's wise. And he has a heart for you. So he is your father. He gives you that sense of fatherhood. It's not like you're looking for your father in this person. If you find a man like this, maybe marry him. The only 3 things I need you to look out for. Now, when you find these things in a man, however, he has a heart for you, or he's killing for you, but he has a lifestyle that cannot. So for someone who has OCDs, their own pet cry, this is a red flag. We're like, I can't live with this person. How are we going to survive? Is it so trivial to break up on?
We'll survive. Come on. He puts his toothbrush here. I just pick it. I put it here. He comes, hey, wifey, she's trying. He bats, he leaves the ladder on the wall. I come, I use water to clean it. That is marriage. That is love. Yeah. He comes, he's like, wifey has tried. So you keep teaching him, but you don't nag about it. And that is what most women are doing.
That's it.
He's dirty, he throws his shoes here, socks here. Yeah. We pick them, we pack them, we've been packing them 18 years. We've been packing them, so who are you?
That's it.
Say I can't continue.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Actually, he married you because he wants a maid. So that is who you are. Yes. So your house or help meet, whatever you call it in the Bible. Just know that your kids will give you more work. Your kids. I mean, you go home and the kids have scattered everywhere. Yeah. What would you do? You sack them, you divorce your kids.
Yeah, you cannot do that. That's
so let's be realistic. Let's face reality here.
Yeah.
Okay. That gentleman, he's all over. Keep putting it together. Don't worry.
And I like what you're saying, because it's just giving me
And that is what is keeping us in our marriages, please. That is what is keeping us.
It's giving me a reflection.
This morning I was like, honey, this is your socks issue, but what can I do? At the end, I picked it. I picked the socks. He will fold it. You know, you men.
Yes.
Sorry, my baby, if you're watching. But, you know, they fold their socks somewhere and you're always looking for it. It's okay. We'll pick them.
Yeah.
Gradually, it will get to a time he will understand you.
Yeah.
You've not nagged, but now he will know that, no, okay, so this is a basket for socks. Create things like that.
Yeah.
Even if you put it beside the basket, no problem, put it in.
Yeah.
So for the conversation of a helpmate, is it also prudent that in a relationship, when you feel like the man is not all of that, but you like them, you help them become the kind of man that you want them to be? Do you not feel like it will be scary? Because again, if you get into a marriage and they become who they used to be, what will happen?
Yeah, so women are now helping the men to become what they want to be. I don't understand that one. How can you help a man to become what you want him to be? Actually, I meet you, and then you have 70%, and I'll just add the 30% love, and we are okay to marry. You don't have 30, I come and give you 70. It doesn't work. It doesn't tally. So what do you mean by you want him to be what you want? Okay, so you want him to live boy's voice. The alcohol, you want him to leave the alcohol for you? Who are you, golden woman? Who are you? He used to take whiskey long time before he met you. It's either you don't like alcohol, so you move. Sorry, I'm being, you know.
No. Oh, no,
But these are
Counselor,
some
feel
of the
free.
things that ladies are missing out.
Yeah.
So my 10 things, I wrote, I want a man who doesn't take alcohol. You need to be specific on the things you want. Because I don't take alcohol. And I'm not sure I can be kissing him at night with that stage.
Yeah.
In some way. Or they are morning, whatever. Write them serious 10 things you want in a man. So you meet man B, he's everything. But alcohol will push me away. I can't marry you.
Does this also play for the guys? Do we have to write also 10 things? That
I
we
mean,
want to-
whether you have a dictionary, a book, a Bible you want to write it on, it's your mind.
Okay.
Because you can't be taking the book all the way anywhere.
But let me say this very funny thing. So for women, it can be 10 things, but men, they only want one. It's only one thing that is with
What-
everybody.
who says
Peace
you
of
want
mind
one?
or what?
What do you
That's
want?
peace of mind. Is it that peace of mind that can cook? Can cook one
Just
peace of
want one
mind?
thing. Only one thing. Peace.
It's a
Peace
peace
of
of
the
mind.
peace of mind is like 100 things in one
I'm
bag.
telling you.
Oh my
I am
goodness.
telling them, ask them, are they the only people in this world? Are they the only ones who need peace of mind?
So just write, even if yours is 5 things, right? To have
Yeah.
something in mind that you
Yeah.
want to see.
Yeah.
So that you won't end up going from one prophetic encounter
Yes.
to the next. And the man will never leave alcohol.
Yeah.
So the last time I was telling a couple that, look, we are you, the two of you are married for 3 years. The man is 30 years, minus the 3 years, 27 years. This 27 years, do you know what he's gone through? All the stress from his mother and father, and you, the woman, want to add another. You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
And even if you are 30 years, then it means that you have 3 years advantage.
Yeah.
So you are okay to now say that 30 years we've been together and I met you when you were 27, so I have won. Then it's okay. But not that we are married for 5 years and all of a sudden want them to change their 30 years of experience with their parents. He's glued to the sister. No matter what, he'll be calling his sister.
Yeah.
So then where does the adaptation come in when the woman is sacrificing her entire life? And I'll put the sacrifice in this context. She's sacrificing everything that she is for you, which I know you would probably advise against. Sacrificing everything, and you just don't seem to let go of anything that has been you for 27 years. We all get it. You didn't grow in my house. And your mom to tell me, and then your mom to tell you, you know, definitely we have both different experiences.
Yeah.
But then we have decided to do this together, and we've heard that several times that love is sacrifice. And so at what point do you make these sacrifices that will not put me in a place of where I feel like I'm pouring too much into this relationship and then in effect run away from the relationship?
If it's a relationship,
Yes.
run away. If it's a marriage, let's keep sacrificing. That's me. So far as you agreed to marry his flaws, we continue managing it. We married it. In marriage, we manage it.
Oh, yeah. But in a relationship,
In a
it doesn't
relationship,
fit in.
look, come on. The guy hasn't called you in a month.
Hey. Hey.
These are practical things.
Why are you still thinking it's a relationship? Even me, I will not do
He
that.
hasn't
And I'm
called.
saying even me because like
And
guys,
you, the woman, is trying to learn how to go to him in bed and reconcile. And you go, you have sex. After the sex, you think it's reconciliation. Afterwards, 2 weeks he hasn't called. And you still want to go to the altar. Now you go and I'm like, I'm using my salary to buy everything so you marry me. You will suffer. It's a no. So these are some of the practical things. All of a sudden, you mention your phone is spoiled in a relationship and you cannot see him again. So that's the big pocket your pastor was saying. What is a man without money in a relationship? What is a man without money in a relationship? To do what?
The men will be angry with you.
There should be. In fact, it's even good for them when they have something on them. They even enjoy it.
Yeah.
So what is a man without money? Then you better build yourself before you start a relationship. Because if I we the Women Association now.
Now you see, this is what Sarkodie said.
These are some of the realities. So that it won't be like, and your guy, your girl is too demanding and she's putting pressure on you. Look, we will put pressure.
Yeah.
That is our nature. We are the receiving end. You are the giving end. Once in a while, we will give you. But the way God created the world, Eve came to meet everything.
Yeah.
For crying out loud. He came, even after meeting, she now gave the apple to the man again. So you see, our giving is poisonous.
Oh, that's deep.
Be careful what you take from women.
Yes, that's very deep.
Be careful what you take from
Hey,
women.
that's very deep. That's very deep. But
When I
Counselor,
start teaching about Genesis, you'll be amazed.
it's very deep. That's hey, I've taken it. It's very deep. Anyways.
You are married though.
Oh, please, I beg you.
What do you mean?
Now, I want to find out. There are a lot of people watching us, and when you call it quit, there are people who just don't know how to call it quit. And even after the quit, they just don't know how to get over the quit. Just in a few ways, how is it best when you call it quit? How do you deal with the quit?
Okay. So when you call it quit, I read something. Initially, I was practicing it. You block the person. You cut all communications. Facebook, you block the person. And if you don't take care, you keep blocking on blocking. Blocking on blocking. And a lot of people are doing it. So all of a sudden, you're not watching the start again because you are blocked. Then somewhere, somehow, you want to now unblock and watch.
Yeah.
It means that you are not ready for the quitting yourself.
Okay.
This block business. You are not ready. Look, it is over and I will go through it. I will cry my cry, but I will not take you back. You won't come close to me. I won't block you. In fact, I'll watch your stats. I won't shade you. Let's stop behaving like
Because that's very childish.
you
That
need to
me
be
is very
firm.
childish.
No more. We will have that sex again, you know? So we have some way, somehow, we just need to, do it and then it's no more. And you are, it's about the mind.
So it's
It's
working
over,
on your
working on your
on your mind.
If possible, try and find things that will make you forget him or forget her. If it is movie, be watching.
Mimi, why
Keep
are you
watching
smiling?
and laughing. By the time you realize it's evening. I had colors he likes that will make you want to yearn for him. Don't go for those colors. I mean, you need to help yourself. Places he likes going, don't go. Things that will make you shift from him totally, do it, if possible. So somebody said, really, if you break up today and you find someone tomorrow, thinking you want to replace that person with, no,
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Rebound.
So you need to tell your mind that it is OVER.
But is there a lifespan? Is there
Yeah, there is.
like for how long?
I think that even if you take 6 months to do that, it's okay.
Okay.
Because 6 months is also a counseling process.
Okay, so barely
And-
minimum 6 months.
Yes, and what you need to do is that watch. Look, people have passed through what you passed through. There's always somebody who went through something. I enjoy reading. This one we are having. Research about women that are empowering them, about men that have overcome it. And I keep saying, if you keep giving woman or man or man what? Your fortune, your money, this is charity. If you've not married a person, it is charity you are doing. It's a charity business. You don't own the person anything. You like the person, so you shared. At the end, it's over. So that, no, we will not break up because I bought you ABC. Please, it is charity.
We had a story, is it 2 days or 3 days ago, University of Ghana, a gentleman who broke up with his girlfriend. No, the girl said it was over. And he had bought her a charger, teddy bear,
So he's taking it.
and extension board.
You know, if If that will make you okay, and the girl will give it to you, fine, go and get it.
She gave
and
it
have
to
a
him.
sound mind.
Yeah.
And be over.
Yeah.
You need to be over when you say it is over. If not, you go in, and those people are time wasting. They are just there to waste your time. If you don't take care, you meet. I know a lady who has dated 13 years. Now she's in her 40s.
Dated somebody for 13 years.
Yes. The time wasters.
Whoa.
So it's over. In the next 3 months, they go and have sex, rekindle it, it's over. Come back again. It's been like that 13 years. And the gentleman has gone to give birth like 4 times. But the girl is still. So let's be very careful when we say it's over.
Is this Annie, Dibia, and Two-Face story?
If not, you would end up marrying your it is over. You would even use your money. If it's the woman, she will bring all her fortune. If it's the man, he will bring all. And marry, it is over. When you enter the marriage, you will cry.
Interesting times. I hope you're learning a thing or two. It's very important to know when it is over in a relationship. We've shared with you indicators that shows that this relationship is over. Things that don't work for you, don't try to adjust. If for you, it is a deal breaker. Now, let's go into... Oh, I was going to share a story with you.
Sure.
About how to manage breakups. And I think that because I naturally am an emotional person, I struggle with healing from these things. But I one day I woke up, I'm like, I can't keep carrying these baggages. Like, I'm tired. Because then again, when you get into a new relationship, you'll be looking out for the red flags, and then it will happen. So this breakup happened, and naturally, I'm not like a sporting person. My parents think I am, but I know that this body doesn't like to run or do anything. So I spoke to a friend. I was like, you know what, I just really want to get over this thing. And she told me that go and read on it. So what you talked about. So I went to read on it, and one of the things they actually recommended was, learn a sport.
Yeah, start.
Now you know what sport it is. So
Golf.
that's what got me into golfing.
Start running.
That's what got me into
Something that will
golfing.
make
Yes.
your
Oh,
mind
Yes,
fantastic.
and I found love in golfing.
Wow.
I remember that my first day on the pitch, I cried because I'm like, look at what I'm doing just to get over this madness. God, why? And I did that. Then I went, held the stick, and the first swing, the man told me that, how long have you been playing? I'm like, what? I've never played this my first. Like, what? That was a superb. I remember this, so it's like, Coach Crash, he said, the first swing was one of the best I've seen. This is good. And it took me less than 3 months in that corner to be able to go on the pitch. I'm like, okay, guys, we
Man,
found something.
you were really knocking balls.
Bro.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the same thing you're talking about? So yes, it's actually very good
and you'll be
advice to
fine.
find something.
You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Whoa.
You need to inspire yourself.
You have found reasons why this relationship cannot continue. You have told yourself it's over. But the reality is, your heart is still in it. You've told us to walk away from this thing, but it's easier said than done. Is there any way, at any point, that you can get someone who has made up their minds that this thing is over, and they've given you all the indicators to remake their mind, to bring themselves back to loving you again, or to nurture them to love you again?
We have, in fact, we've had or heard married women crying for their exes when they are actually in action moods with their husbands. We've heard of men also doing same, crying for their exes. In fact, that is the reality. You may never forget them. The moment your husband touches you, you feel that is the touch of whoever. So it takes a matured person to just switch from that thought. The moment you are thinking about that, you switch. And I think that you don't try convincing that person to be with you. You won't end well. You won't end well. You don't try convincing that particular person to be with you. You won't end well.
Now, instances where men have told you, or a woman has told you, oh, this is the kind of man I want to be with. I want a loving, I want a man that, we have heard how men use that against us. So you've told them, I want a giving man. I want a man that gives me attention. So he'll now come and give you all the attention. They said the new name for it is love bombing. they will love bomb you to get them into a relationship. Would you advise that when you're getting into a relationship, you draw the line, you state exactly what you want with a partner?
And that's the value I was talking about. So the person can love bomb you, but your A is your A. And what is your A? Your A is no removing of panties. We ain't removing our panties. We want to abstain. Let's put Bible and Quran down. Reality is that we want to abstain. Don't forget, some other person would even suggest let's abstain because he's doing his own thing somewhere. So we have people with fake minds. Look, you just need the grace of God to have the right person.
Yeah.
So when a man has said that, I want a woman who will love me more, and you are the one who is giving the love in the initial stages, but then he says, I want a woman who loves me more, so you withdraw. Is that a sign of, you're not interested and you should walk away, or it scares you?
No, you can't walk away just like that. Definitely, something that you would want to fight for it a while.
So you keep giving.
You would want to give. Then there's a time that the man is now refusing to see your giving. At what point can we say that, no, enough? I can't be doing the calling when you also have phone. I see you online. And if I don't say a hi, you're not saying a hi. It's enough. These are some of the things we are going through.
Okay, but there are also instances where religiously you are there and probably a pastor or someone comes in and tells you, you know what, this one, religiously, spiritually, what I've seen in the realms is not going to work. How do you deal with that?
So that's the influence you mentioned. So our spiritual fathers, we respect them. We don't know what they saw. Maybe he thinks that the moment you marry this man, your commitment to the church will come down. So they are humans. Let's then, if we are religious person, let's then do some fasting and prayer together. But look, the man that I think he's caring, I'm not leaving. The man that I think he is forgiving, I'm not leaving. I make the mistake, but he comes saying sorry. I'm not going anywhere. You're my spiritual father. I respect you. Yes, sir. Good morning. But look, this gentleman, his last penny he will share with me. So what did you see? Which God? Which Jesus Christ? I fasted. I didn't see him. So, Papa, I want to marry him. Papa says, I can't marry you in the church. Then you have to know that this man is a suspect. So he can't marry the both of you in the church. So he wants you to now leave the church. So we will not say, we need to listen to our pastors. When it's time for us to pray together, we pray together. But matters of the heart should be respected. I think I'm a pastor's wife. But we need to respect matters of the heart. Leave them, let them go. When they enter and they crash, is it your matter? So pray with them. Believe God with them that their marriage will work. That is how we want you to operate as the spiritual anchor of our, whatever, our destiny. But you can't tell me that because I'm good in the church and I think I need to get a man in the church. And I'm not getting any prayer warrior to propose to me. And somebody came from outside to propose to me, and you think I'll leave the church. So you want to do everything for me to leave that relationship. I'll say, Papa, good morning, but please. When I was singing and asking God and crying, no guy came from this church to propose to me. Why is that all of a sudden I came with someone and you want me to leave?
Great conversation, Counselor
Wow,
Misha. It's always
what a time.
fireworks. It's always fireworks with you in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. And personally, I have learned a lot from this conversation. And so moving forward, we will try to practice and stop annoying you with our lazy lifestyle.
Mimi has enjoyed it. I mean,
Yes,
the way
I
she was
have.
even looking
I
at me,
have.
she was like,
I have.
oh, when it comes to the marriage part, she's like, she gives me the eye that, oh, that's what you're going through. When it gets to the relationship part, I'm like, okay, all right.
We're here to learn. We keep learning and
we keep
growing.
learning on the show,
Thank
and
you.
trust me, it's been a wonderful time, and we've loved it. So, Councillor Minche, thank you so much.
Maybe I'll
One
want
day,
to leave my number.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I think that now people are confused. They don't know what to do. So just call me. I enjoy talking to confused people. 054 811 8883. 054 811 8883. Let me help you with your confusion.
All right, she'll definitely help you with the confusion, as she just said. So please kindly do call her in case you are definitely confused. But I want to say a very big thank you to Kente God once again. I'm feeling besh. And to Aseye Artistry, you put no zoom there, this thing. You for zoom there. We were looking Please zoom. This is authentic. Very authentic. Mimi, how you feeling in that say artistry, you know, or Ahinema?
It feels good. It feels really good. It feels really good. I think that what is different with this is that it has a bit of heel attached to it.
Oh, heel.
So I feel taller.
Oh, fantastic.
Because that's what I was scared. I was scared of it's too flat. So, but then it feels really good.
Yeah, so that's it on your screens right now. So in case you want some, well, you just have to, you know, look for Aseye Artistry on Instagram. Just DM and they'll get it. Same as Kente got to as well. Kente got the on in Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's Kumasi.
Yeah.
Inti. And one.
But I think, Jake, today let's try to do a message because this message is very intense.
Okay, go ahead.
Can we do one message, please?
Yes, of course.
Yes. So this it says, "Good morning. My name is Aisha from North Kaneshie. I love your program, but please, can I share something with you? There is a friend of mine who is dating a man who at first didn't tell her he was married, but later she found out the man is telling her he will leave the wife for her, but I feel the man is lying and just want to use my friend, but I'm tired of advising her to walk away because she said the man said he would definitely marry her. I am scared for her because I know there's no way a woman who has suffered with his husband and having kids with him would just leave like that for another woman. I want to ask if it is okay to stop with the advice because I feel like she might think I'm jealous of her, but I love her and I just want her to I want her to see that she is worthy of something special." Counselor, what your last advice to this young lady?
This one is for you.
Madam, find your place and sit.
Hey,
This is simple.
Abba.
Once in a while, you remind her. So how's the relationship going? He says, yeah, okay. You wish her well. Wish her well and keep your advice. Please. Look for another person and keep advising the person.
Wow. So Aisha,
That's
she
all.
said because Obetian Kwetiye that.
Yes.
So just be praying for her. This is your fasting period, so pray for her and hope that she comes. She sees reasoning. But Michael has something special for you for over a year. Michael.com has been partnering with local NGOs to raise funds for charitable causes that improve communities and change lives. As a social impact fundraising platform, we are amplifying our call for change and impact with amazing prizes to be won after making your donations. Now, donate to support weekly cleanups at Labadi Beach or Ahaban mobile shelters for the less privileged for a chance to win a 2-night luxury stay at Kempinski Hotel in Accra. Donate to renovate NICU and maternity wards at Vakpo Medical Center or Cornerstone Primary School for a chance to win a 2-night luxury stay at Bridgeview Resort in Akosombo. Now, also donate to the Afrofuture Scholarship Fund or to renovate Anyanya JHS for the chance to win a 2-night luxury stay at Mövenpick Ambassador Hotel. Go ahead and visit Michael.com and follow the easy steps to donate for your chance to win our prizes. Michael is registered with the Ghana Lottery Authority. Michael empowering society to dream big. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
That should let you know that MX24 and Travel with Drew teaming up for Easter in Abri. Yes, on Monday, 1st of April, we'll be headed to the hills of Abri for a full-day fun, adventure, and relaxation starting off from Accra at 6:30 a.m. Activities will include breakfast and fun at Abri Gardens, quad biking, a rally, a cinema waterfalls experience, and games at Safari Valley. The tour package comes with transportation, breakfast, snacks, drinks, lunch, and entry fees for all the activities on board. Please, you're just signing up for 1,000 Ghana cedis, just 1,000 Ghana cedis per person via mx24.app/travel, or you can send a WhatsApp message to this number. Now, this number is very critical. 059-229-2746. 059-229-2746. Send it now and sign up now. Don't wait till last minute because there might not even be a space for you last minute. This one in particular, I'm telling you, because Easter in Nebri, you're not going to get it anywhere. Trust me. So it's brought to you in partnership with JP Fuel, Aquaba Travels, and Navigate Ghana. It's refreshed by Cheer Up Beverages, Men's Dope Bisa, Portions Gardens, and Ayiko Plantain Chips. So there you have it. Easter in Abri.
Yeah, we're going. We're going. Anyway, we are going to plug into something right after this.